TikTok. Tell my followers I'm live. Thank you, VIP Catherine, for that. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching live with LWL Lindsay with love, and today is February 13th, 2025. Oh my gosh. I am here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you how freaking powerful you are as an energetic being. I help you release the limiting beliefs that you have been accidentally programmed with from the ages of 0 to 7. I help you reprogram your subconscious mind so you can actually manifest it all. I'm talking from surviving to thriving. If you hang out with me long enough, that is what I can do for you, assuming you want to do it for yourself as well. Good morning and welcome to the show. Thank you, VIP Deborah, for that reminder. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Quanija, I think is how you say your name. That's a very beautiful name. Quite interesting. I've never heard that name before. Anderson, thank you for that. VIP Deborah says we've got to breathe. Yes, we do. If you're new, please say hello, say hi. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. Thank you for being here. All right, I want to make sure that I'm in the screens. I'm good. All right, we're going to do a quick reset breath before we jump into the show. I like to do a reset breath. This is a new thing as of this week, sort of. I've been on track for the last couple of days, I think. Hello. Thank you for being here. And I like to do this reset breath because it really just sets the stage for the energy of what we're about to do. So, closing the eyes if you can, breathing in through the nose, belly nice and full. When you get to the top, see if you can breathe in a little more air, fill your lungs, and let it go. Shake it out. All right, let's go on with the show. VIP Erin is in the house. Good morning, VIP Erin. Quick kind of like FYI to you guys, the heart me's are important now, the gifts are important now, and the conversation in the chat is also important now. I don't know, TikTok says I'm at like 43% of my earnings or something. Okay, I'm trying, TikTok, dang. I'm just trying to get knowledge out there where I can. Everything else is a bonus for me, but I do love an energetic exchange. Thank you, VIP Erin, for the heart me, I appreciate it. Okay. Today we are talking about Catherine Ponder, or we're sharing some information that she's given to us. Now, Catherine Ponder has been kind of compared to Joseph Murphy, if you know, I think he's a Dr. Joseph Murphy, if you know of him, thought leaders, spiritual thought leaders back in the day. Now, this is quite interesting because I was getting my steps in as I do. I was back to a normal morning. Thank you, VIP Deborah. I appreciate that. Good morning, user 6379380935786. Good morning. Good morning. And thank you for the Rosalind Brunette. Sorry. Thank you for that. I think you've been here before. Thanks for being back. So anyway, I'm getting my steps in and I'm thinking to myself, yesterday we had a good conversation about fear, and the day before that we talked about time, and I'm like, what are we talking about today? And I was going to just honestly open it up to just a Q&A today, and then I was like, nah, I don't really know if I want to do that. So I just said, you know, I'll get my steps in and something will come to me. And I've been thinking about how I've been studying a lot of Dolores Cannon lately, because you guys know I'm studying her QHHT training, and so I was like, I don't really want to go down that path. So I was like, well, who can I study? And so I kind of went through the Rolodex in my mind, like Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon, Grandpa Bob Proctor, and I was going through Neville Goddard, but I'm like, no. And then Catherine Ponder popped into my mind. Now, I have not studied a lot of Catherine Ponder. In fact, I only know of her through one video I used to watch many years ago. So I don't know a lot about Catherine Ponder, but I thought, you know, I don't know a lot about her, so maybe there's something on the internet, on YouTube, that I can learn and we can talk about today. So there I am. I find this video, the first one that, whatever, one of the first ones that come up, I click it. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to listen as much as I can and relay the information to you and add in my Lindsay flair as I do. Good morning, pretty vibes. Mia, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. So as I'm listening, I'm only 4 minutes into this video, and I start to have a lot of like downloads around something I want to share based on what they're talking about. So I'm starting to write it out. And then, and by the way, the thoughts I had are about my 5 senses versus my intuition. And then right when I'm writing out my notes, they say, we often hear of a woman's intuition. And I was like, oh, what? So when we get to that part, I'll point it out to you guys, and it's basically toward the end of the show because that's as far as I got today. But you're gonna be like, what? This is just so perfectly aligned, just so Beautiful. And then a 2 to make it true, because last night I was watching a show and like most of the show was around women's intuition. So I thought it was just really nice kind of synchronicities that flowed from last night into this morning, from my ideas into confirmation from the video. So let's get into it and let's actually talk about what the heck is going on with Catherine Ponder. So kind of like most of the thought leaders or the spiritual leaders of back in that time period, similar to like a Florence Scovel Shinn, they take excerpts from the Bible and they translate them energetically and help us understand ourselves from a more energetic perspective, right? Now, I didn't put any of the direct quotes from this video in, but just as an idea of kind of where they're coming from. So because they're kind of taking it as like, right, think about it, it's like religion was a big push, especially Christianity. And so a lot of people are raised in that time frame on this programming. And so if they're a little bit maybe eccentric or a little bit black sheep of the family type people, they're like, well, this knowledge is important, but like, how can I apply it that it makes sense to me, right? That's kind of how I view it anyway. All right, so Manifesting Club members, how are you feeling after yesterday's session? I had a great day yesterday, a great night. I feel great this morning. Life is good. You feel more confident, more creative, able to express yourself more. That's the energy of the full moon in Leo. For those that did not do any sort of manifesting or cord cutting or releasing last night with the full moon energies, you can still do it today, right? The energy is still lingering. So really allow yourself to step into your self-confidence more. Allow yourself to express yourself more fully or fuller. Allow yourself to be more creative. That's the energy that Leo really wants. And by the way, don't forget forgiveness, right? Leo is all about generosity in the heart. So we want to be able to forgive ourselves and others if needed. All right. Catherine Ponder, that Leo moon's got me feeling fire. All right, VIP Catherine, I love that. I love that. Hey, your VIP badge is back and like lit up, so I think it just needed time to like transition, like the data needed to send or something, right? In a day and age where energy's like this, it's weird that it has to take a second to like sync. Sync is the word I'm looking for. Okay, let's go for real this time. The show starts off and Catherine Ponder says, people considered of genius caliber. Are your ears turned on? Are those who have had the courage. Now, she's talking in history. So people that are considered of genius caliber throughout history are those who have had the courage and confidence to listen to their intuition and their creative imagination and follow its guidance. Follow its guidance. And follow its guidance, right? We want to make sure we really hear that and follow its guidance part, because a lot of people have no problem being creative and imagining and daydreaming and thinking of the life they wish they had. And not many people, and a lot of people are connected to their intuition now, and follow its guidance, four very important words, guidance. Okay. She goes on to say that everybody has this opportunity. Everybody. And she says that the reason that people think that there's like genius people out there is because their results that they get are just so wonderful that it must be that they have some special gift. They're a genius. I don't know about you, but I've met people that have really, 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 really wonderful lives, but I would not consider them geniuses. I'll be like, oh, okay. That's how you did it. Oh, got it. Okay. It's very common, like simple knowledge. And they've just had the gumption to go after what it is they desire, right? So it kind of leans back into this conversation around fear yesterday. And yesterday we did a little bit of gut checking with ourselves. We tapped into our intuition. We're going to do that again today to kind of see where we're at with this idea. It's going to be great. If you're new, say hello. And if you enjoy this type of information, click the follow button up here. I'm graded on how many new followers I get as well. I forgot to mention that part. There is a lot to this whole new like earn your money on TikTok thing they've got going on. Okay. And if you're new and you like this, I do go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you ever have to miss a show, no worries, no fears. You can watch me on replay at I Am Lindsay with Love on YouTube. And if you do plan to go watch me on replay, you might as well just subscribe over there too. It helps me out. I appreciate that. So she says, to stimulate your genius power. Oh, she says, stimulate your genius powers. So what are these genius powers? Well, she just said your intuition and your creative imagination. 4, once you stimulate them, what do you get in return? Prosperity, success, and a more satisfying life. That's pretty simple to understand, right? If people that have really blown up their lives in the most beautiful way, I'm not talking like drama and chaos blow up, I'm talking like I evolved and transcended into and created, like started from the bottom, now we're here, that kind of a vibe, even though I'm not on Drake's vibe. It's like that kind of energy. What did they do? They followed their intuition and their creative imagination. And of course, they're more prosperous and more successful and probably feel more satisfied in their lifestyle. Now, I would add in that health is very important to all of those things: prosperity, success, and satisfaction. So health, number 1, always, always for me anyway. And what is health other than honoring your energy, right? So I was listening to, during this QHHT training I'm doing through Dolores Cannon, which is hypnosis, quantum hypnosis healing therapy. That's what QHHT stands for. We're listening, she has like recordings of sessions she's done to display like how the subconscious speaks to you and all these things, like what to expect, right, as the hypnotist. And in the session I just listened to this morning, the lady was getting her cartilage fixed in her knees. She was supposed to have knee replacements on both knees, and she has metal in some of her knees, or in one of the legs, because a long time ago she had fallen down the stairs. And so Dolores is like, while the subconscious is healing the cartilage and replacing and repairing as much of the body for the human as she can, Dolores is asking the subconscious questions. And Dolores is like, well, why, she fell down the stairs. She said she broke her leg. And the subconscious says, yes, she fell down the stairs. And Dolores says, well, why did she fall down the stairs? And the subconscious says she needed some rest, so we gave her a break. So then later on, Dolores tells another story of a friend she has. She comes in, they used to do conferences together, and she rolls in a wheelchair, and Dolores is like, what happened? And the lady said, well, I asked for a break, and her leg was broken. And so if you don't honor your energy, they will find ways to make you honor your energy. Now, it's probably not the way you wanted. If you just need rest, go rest, right? Don't wait for it to become a cold, which then forces you. They have forced you, your higher self has forced you to rest because you weren't listening to the body that says, I need rest, I need rest, I need rest, right? What's the first thing that happens when we've overexhausted ourselves? We get sick. Pretty simple. And then when we get sick, what do we have to do? Lay in bed to get better. Huh? See where this is going? Sorry, I went off a little tangent there, but it just cracks me up. I have to just explain some of these things as I go. All right, let's get back to the conversation. Are you guys enjoying this? Everybody's so quiet in the chat. Are you guys hands-free? Is that what's happening? Okay. So stimulate your genius powers and follow the guidance. She goes on to say that obeying your intuition is well, she doesn't say it exactly this way. This is how I've kind of paraphrased, but basically obeying your intuition is your empowerment. Obeying your intuition is your empowerment. Because if we could just label the intuition as your higher self, you're the tip of the iceberg down here. Your higher self is all around you, connected to the most intelligent, supporting, wise, loving, caring, helpful energy, then wouldn't we want to listen to it? And when we listen to it, we can create a very easy life for ourselves, right? I mean, I can say it because I do it, but it's hard to go from, are you sure I can just follow what this is telling me all the time and I'm gonna be okay, to I'm doing this and I'm okay. Right? It's hard. It takes a second to get over that bridge, I would say. I'm just enjoying listening. Tiffany says, okay. VIP, Erin says to VIP Deborah, did you get the app back on your phone? VIP Deborah says, no. You guys are cute. Okay. So she goes on to say that it's not strange or eccentric or weird to obey your intuition. Other people might think that, but it's actually, this is what I say, it's what you're meant to do to live your life in a way that's very clear and happy, a life full of clarity. So I listened one day, I was on YouTube, and this is years ago, and the guy was like, I decided I was going to follow my intuition for 30 days, and this is what happened. And I was like, oh, okay. And I heard, it must have been like a commercial or an ad, because I heard it often. Like I heard this beginning phrase, I followed my intuition for 30 days, and this is what happened. And then one day I decided, what if I just followed my intuition? Now, this is years later. Of course, the message is there for me, but I wasn't ready to really hear it yet, obviously, or I would have done it right away. But years go by, and then one day, living here, I decided I'm just going to follow my intuition every day and see what happens. And since then, I have been guided and guided and guided and guided that it's very rare I make decisions that are hard decisions. The decision I typically make is, it's time for me to take action on this thing that I've been guided to do. I'm not like, oh, what do I do this or do I do that? What if I did this or that? And I'm not reeling and spinning in my mental capacity, so I'm not mentally exhausted. I just get the guidance, and then all I have to do is say, I'm going to take action on this guidance. So it becomes a life of clarity. There's no question. You're just marching forward. VIP Deborah says to VIP Aaron, using my iPad and the phone I'm using on YouTube. VIP Deborah's got 2 live streams going at once. Thank you, VIP Deborah, for that. Thank you for the follow, Bethany. I appreciate it. Welcome to the chat. Okay. So, how many times, because if obeying your intuition is your empowerment, then how many times have you had a hunch or an inspiration or an idea that you didn't follow? Right? If following it is the empowerment, and we've all had hunches that we haven't followed, what happened? What happened with the hunch? Did it turn out well, or was it a little bit of a challenge, right? Remember, Florence Scovel Shinn tells us that the most suffering you'll live is when you have spiritual knowledge that you don't implement. I'll take it a step further and say it's even worse when your higher self is guiding you and you're saying, no, I know better than that. Ego down here. I'm all like, these little glasses are so cute. They're a whole vibe. I need to start bringing my pink glasses back on. It's just so rainy and cold. I need to bring them back in for like my sunshine energy. So the timing, I know, it was like perfect timing behavior. And I was like, yeah, I was grooving, and then I got these cute glasses. Thank you for that, by the way. How many times has it happened that it really hasn't worked out in your favor? And then take it a step further from a higher self perspective, because the higher self wants you to win at life. But oftentimes we think the ego is so in control of a lot of people's lives that the ego says, I know better than that. I don't know where this idea is coming from, but obviously they don't see everything that I'm seeing. When in reality they do, but they see it from a very neutral perspective, whereas the ego probably has a lot of the emotion involved. It's very close to the situation, right? Tiffany says, that sounds so amazing. I'm so indecisive. Well, Tiffany, you could start becoming more decisive by releasing the words, I'm so indecisive, from your vocabulary. Subconscious reprogramming, right? So you have an awareness that you're indecisive. So you could start to say, I'm actually really decisive. I make decisions so easily. I'm the type of person who can easily make a decision. Also, I'm the type of person, because I know I'm creating my reality, if I make a decision that isn't exactly what I wanted, I know I can make another decision that will alter my reality to make it more in alignment with what I desired. I'm that type of person, right? And you could do this over and over and over, because you need repetition to reprogram. And then boom, all of a sudden you'd be a very decisive person. VIP Deborah says, I tried my laptop yesterday to recharge. I just couldn't figure it out. That's all good, VIP Deborah. Don't fret. Don't fret. Okay, so then she goes on to say, from a prosperity standpoint, now I'm listening, right? Because I always want to make more money. I want to be more and more abundant. And I saw something so brilliant yesterday or 2 days ago on TikTok. Somebody said it is your moral obligation. I was like, oh damn, somebody's coming out hot with this. It's your moral obligation to become wildly wealthy in this lifetime, because money needs to be in the hands of good people. I was like, she said that. I love that. I think that's totally true. Money is not the root of all evil. Evil people that have a lot of money cause a lot of chaos for everybody else. However, let's not forget that the universe is abundant for all. Their pie is theirs, and they went and they took it, okay? So don't be mad at them. You go get your pie. You go get your money. Don't be mad at the people that got theirs. That's very important. Very important to remember around money energy. Yeah, VIP Aaron, I love it too. It's like it gives you permission to go be a billionaire and be a really great person at the same time, doesn't it? And VIP Aaron, you've got millionaire, billionaire energy in your birth chart, girl. So go get your money. Go get it. Go get it. VIP Deborah says that's really true, Lindsay, because when I have money or extra money, I try and hand it out to people. Yeah. Or use it in a way that teaches more people, or let people into a free course or get a free session or whatever, right? For every 10 people that sign up, one person gets in free, whatever, scholarships. There's so many ways that money can circulate when you have more of it and you're a really good person. If I have more money, that means I have more time technically, and I have more time to study and learn and discover and experiment so that I can give you more super solid information so you can expand your life faster, and then you get more money and then you teach it, and then boom, 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 boom. See? Super easy. Let's do the dang thing. Thank you for the friendship necklace. Thanks for lighting up my gift gallery. Holly says, get that bag. Go on. Exactly. Thank you, VIP Aaron, for making me a cowboy. Yeehaw. Oh, I always have to do the yeehaw after, too. Thank you for the donuts. Thanks for being a title gifter. I appreciate you. Okay. So she says from a prosperity standpoint. Now, I think of abundance and prosperity in many ways. Money is just a part of it, right? I think health. I think respect. I think being able to follow my heart. I think love for myself and others. I think safety. There's a lot that encompasses for me prosperity and abundance, but money is a part of it, right? She says people don't know what to do with their genius powers. They don't know how to use their powers, their genius powers, to become more prosperous, especially when expressed in corporate settings. I was like, dang, let's listen up. She says, because in corporate settings, we have been programmed to not take these types of people seriously. I can attest to that. I have a very strong intuition, and I would often use it when I was working in a corporate setting. I don't know if I was taken seriously. I think often not. Sometimes yes. Maybe people don't even take me seriously now. I don't know. I guess it's really not my problem, right? It's somebody else's problem, whether they want to take me seriously or not. I take myself seriously, but I don't think that there needs to be a heaviness around your energy work. I don't think there needs to be a strict in the box, because then now all of a sudden you're in a religion. You're not in your spirituality, right? So let's keep ourselves out of the box. Let's keep it light and keep it simple, because that's really what it is. But also take it seriously enough that we're mindful around the thoughts we're thinking. We're mindful around the words we're speaking. We're mindful around who we're giving our energy to, who we're spending our time with. So we can be mindful, but playful, right? I think anyway. Let's see how it goes. Bex! Dang it, Bex, you snuck in on me again. Girl. And develop an animal rescue and sanctuary. Iris, welcome to the chat. Catherine says, VIP Catherine says, I see money as a means to help others. The more I have, the more I can grow and help others. Exactly. Bex says, I was just saying to my spouse that if we had tons of money, I would foster all the dogs and develop an animal rescue and sanctuary. I can totally see that for you, Bex. And manifest it, right? Manifest it. VIP Aaron says to Bex, my sister fosters puppies often. I would be a foster fail. Yeah, that's my biggest worry, is I would just have like 500 dogs in an apartment or something. It would not be good. And then at that point, it's like, it's not fair to the animals, because then I would have so many, and then how am I going to give all my love to all the animals? I'll stick with my little dog for now. But those are the thoughts that run through my mind too. VIP Catherine says to Bex, same, but maybe black kitty for doggo focus, since they're at least adopted. They are the least adopted. Aw, black dogs and cats are not adopted much? I had no idea. Me either. Okay. So, let's go on with the show. She goes on to say, or let's see. Okay, so this is where I was starting to tap in. This is where I was starting to tap in, and I'll take you back to the beginning of the show, what I said, so you're going to be like, wait, what? That was like perfect synchronicity, perfect confirmation. Remember, I just told you, I follow my intuition. I follow my intuition. My intuition said, get your steps in. I said, guides, what are we talking about today? They said, get your steps in. And then Catherine Ponder came into my brain. And then I YouTube searched Catherine Ponder. And then I clicked the video for Catherine Ponder. That's me following my intuition. Get your steps in, Lindsay. Don't worry about the show. Something will come up. It always does. Okay. Catherine Ponder, video. 4 minutes in, here we go. 4 minutes in. After they're talking about the corporate setting, I started to get, my wheels started turning. I was like, oh, okay, I have something to say about this. So this is me. This is Lindsay's conversation for this conversation. Says, if we are too, in my mind, I'm like, if we're too outwardly turned to the environment, if we are too outwardly turned to the environment and connected to our five senses so strongly, we miss the messages of our intuition. So then I started thinking, my five senses are actually my helper senses. They're like my secondary team. They're like on the bench. And I only have one player in the game. And my intuition guides me, and then I take action. And when I take action, something always pops up while I'm taking this action that confirms, and I have to have my five senses for the confirmation, to receive it through my eyes, through my ears, right? Or whatever other way, typically my eyes and my ears. Helps me confirm via synchronicities. So most people are walking through Earth so connected. I see a blue car. So-and-so hurt my feelings. This tastes like crap. I hate this. What is that person doing? This music bothers me. Whatever, right? Connected to the five senses, outwardly connected to the environment. If you could reverse it, put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I shouldn't say that. If you could reverse it, and if you could lead with the intuition and let your five senses be the confirmation that you're on the right path, boom, you have just connected to your genius powers, and now you're about to be prosperous AF. I'm done. Should I mic drop? Should I go? Like, that was powerful. Oh. They're considered bad luck. Yeah, we had, actually, both of our cats were black cats. But yeah, of course, if a black cat walks in front of you, it's considered bad luck. Maggie, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. VIP Deborah says, wow. VIP Aaron says, boom. Tiffany says, intuition was on my mind this morning. Well, here is your confirmation, Tiffany, through your ears and your eyes. You're watching me, and you're using, you followed your intuition. You clicked here. You're new here. I'm pretty sure I've never seen you before. And if I have, I'm sorry. But I think you're new here. You followed your intuition. Now you're receiving confirmation through the words I'm speaking to you. These are your synchronicities, right? Right? VIP Catherine says, my millennial brain always sings songs for words, phrases. I feel like it's just like a millennial thing. Like, it just happens. Anyway, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm like, and I think it adds like, okay, so part of my chart around my talents and my gifts is very much Leo energy. It has to be expressive and dramatic and entertaining. It's part of who I am. So I do have to add in the burst of playfulness and drama and fun, right? Why not? It is fun to live. Once you figure it out, it's way fun to live. When you're not figured out, when you haven't quite figured it out, it's like, what the hell is going on here? But once you figure it out, you're like, oh yeah, this is good. I'm having a good time. Brookosaurus, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. All right. Are we cool on that? Does that resonate with you guys? Are you like, oh my gosh, if I could just follow my intuition and I'll use my five senses as my helper senses, not as my main senses? We've been taught, not many people have been taught about their intuition. Let's just put it like that. Not many people have been taught about their intuition at an early age. Our programming is from 0 to 7. 0 years old, actually before. They've proven that we've been programmed before we even are conceived or thought about being conceived. So there's that. Parents could do a whole slew of work before they even decide to have a child together, and they could like create these really empowered, high vibrational children even before they think about conceiving. This is super mind blowing. Then from 0 to 7, when our chakras are starting to form, 7 chakras, 0 to 7, quite interesting. Again, boom, now you have your programming. When you're little, what do you see? What color is this? What sound does a cow make? Moo. What does a frog make? Ribbit, ribbit. Like, did you have that stupid thing when you were little that spun and then it landed on the farm animal and it was like, meow, meow? We're being programmed with our senses, but they forgot to tell us about our intuition. The number one, numero uno, the boss, el jefe. Right? Steph, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I think it's everybody. I think if you like music, I'm a music person. Like, I like music, It's very much my Mercury in Pisces energy, which is very much like communication through songs, poems, stuff like that. Like I like that. Mic drop. All right. So she goes on to say that calm and quiet environments are the most conducive to developing the genius power. And they say the reason for the women's intuition is because, thank you VIP Aaron for the hand hearts, heart hands, hand hearts. Thank you so much for being a title gifter. I appreciate you. And by the way, thank you for the most kind freaking words about your astrology report. When you're like, I will have to make a more formal review, I was like, girl, this is enough. Like, this is very kind. So I appreciate that times a billion. Thank you so much. Ah, this is so cute. Little hearts and everything. Okay, I'll take it. I'm open to accepting my abundance. Thank you so much. Shay Shay's in the house. Hey Shay Shay, good morning. Thanks for the heart beam. So they talk about the women's intuition. Thank you for the team bracelet, Shay Shay. But really, if the intuition is built through a calm and quiet environment, and back in the day, the men were very focused on worldly things, going to work, earning money, and the women were more focused on, I mean, children I don't think are quiet, but back in the day too, children were meant to be seen and not heard, right? So maybe they were quiet. So they were able to have that inner hearing kind of more turned on. So that's why it was titled Women's Intuition. Everybody has intuition, right? So women are not special. I hate to say it. I mean, we are, but like everybody has it. We're all special. Everybody's special. Does not matter how you define yourself, right? But the place to really start to develop this superpower, this genius power, is in a calm and quiet environment. Why do you think people that meditate are super connected? Because they've taken the time to give themselves a calm and quiet environment to just be. Right? Just be. So intuition is, she says, your inner knowing. It's your God power. Now, once again, God, source, universe, creator, love, whatever you want to call it on Lindsay's channel. We don't give it a name because a lot of people have constricting and limiting beliefs when there's a name attached. So pick a name for yourself, whatever resonates for you. I don't care what you call it. She goes on to say, this is directly quoted, true accomplishment comes from daring to be different through expressing your distinct individuality. I love that. Like, thank you, Catherine Ponder, for the permission for me to be myself. Sometimes you need permission. Permission is granted. Permission is granted. She says, if you are educated and molded after the ordinary pattern of the human family, you may live an average lifetime and never have an original thought. I was like, well, damn. Damn, right? You know, I got a new chair because my old one was squeaky, and do you hear this? Anyway, I think it's kind of funny at this point. I do like this new chair though. Has nice back support, so I like it. So this is kind of a two to make it true, because I'm learning through my QHHT training that there are lives in all of our lives. There are lives called simple lives or resting lives, where people come to the life and it's very ordinary. It's go to work, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to sleep. It's very, very just simple. But if you think about it, like, I have a pretty simple life. Like, yes, I'm building out my TikTok following. I'm, you know, I live comfortably, but ultimately it's not like I'm doing these, like I'm not like jumping from mountaintops and climbing Mount Everest, or all, like, I'm just here, right? And I'm okay with that. My ego doesn't need to have some extraordinary life. I still think it's extraordinary because I love it. And I think that's something that I can say that maybe many people can't. I really do love my life. So I think that's nice. But she says there are people that truly came to this lifetime just to rest because they just went through something so wild and crazy in their past life, or they're preparing themselves for the next one, right? So I think kind of back to this idea with Catherine Ponder, if you're educated and molded after the ordinary pattern of the human family, you may live an average lifetime and never have an original thought. It's okay. And then if you start to think about like certain people in your life, maybe you can figure out, maybe this person is just here to live a simple life and that's okay. They're not meant to push themselves and constantly be grinding and all these things. They're meant to be here to just chill. I'm chilling, right? We all know those people. VIP Catherine, I don't know. Ray, Lulu, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. All right. So this is where the question comes in. We're almost to the end of the show. Actually, we are exactly to the end of the show, and it's perfect timing because we're going to switch over to my VIPs only. Mel says, VIP Mel, welcome to the chat. I missed saying hi to you. The simple life next lifetime gives me hope. LOL. Crystal says, I'm here to chill. Yeah, you might know that too. Like, you're like, I'm good. Like, I have a comfortable life, or I'm at least content in my life. Like, I'm not out trying to get more. I'm here. Like, I'm satisfied. It's enough. I'm good. I'm chilling. That's like a simple life. And so I think that's kind of an interesting concept as well. And I do think it does give some people hope, because we go through lots of, like, I mean, maybe I haven't gone through such a simple life. I don't know. I guess I would need to know what's simple and what's not, because it's been interesting for some parts. You're going the most, Ray says. Yeah, I feel like I am too. So I feel like I'm not here for a simple life. Maybe it has been simple in moments, but I'm like, I'm going for the gusto, right? You guys know that. So yeah, VIP Aaron, it is so objective. I agree. Charles, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so here's the question of the day, you guys. I think everyone really liked the question of the day yesterday, where we put our hands on our heart and we let the body speak or the mind receive an answer. It's helping you tap into your intuition as well, and it goes beautifully with the show. So she starts to talk about conformity and how dangerous conformity could be. And then I was like, well, is conformity dangerous or not? That's the question, right? It depends on what you're conforming to, right? And then I said, okay, is it better to? Is it better to conform and miss out on complete fulfillment of your soul's desires that comes from following your heart? Or is it better to not conform and potentially be ostracized, ridiculed, critiqued, made fun of, or whatever? So we're gonna put our hands on our heart, we're gonna answer the question for ourselves. Let's see what comes through. We're gonna close our eyes and take a deep breath in, letting it go. Now recognize many people's intuition. There's many different ways the intuition comes to you. It's a knowing, it's a feeling, it's a quick download of words, a voice in the head, a picture through the mind. So let it be what it is. Don't try to force an answer. Let the ego sit down and be quiet. This is not a who's right or who's wrong. It's just a gut check for you to see where you're at in this process. Are you going to, I think maybe we'll do it this way. Answer one or answer two. Let one or two fly into your brain. Answer one or answer two. I'm going to ask the question now. Is it better to conform and miss out on complete fulfillment that comes from following your heart? Answer one. Or not conform and potentially be ostracized, ridiculed, or made fun of? Answer two. But follow your heart. Maybe your stomach swirls with one of them. Ooh, we've got some non-conformists. Well, VIP Aaron, I knew you were going to say number two. You're my little rebel. Now I know. Maggie says two. Midwest is best. Welcome to the chat. I didn't even see you sneak in here. Thanks for being back. Beck says two. Yeah, I agree with you. Lala, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes. Two. Dawn says, Dawn, thank you for being here. Welcome. Number two is screaming in my brain before you even finish the question. Tiffany says two. Look at you guys. Well, there's a reason that you're here and you're hanging out, right? Because that's my answer too. And so our energies are connected, and I vibe and you vibe with me. That's why you're here, right? So it makes sense, a lot of number twos. Hi, Anna Suarez, welcome back to the chat. It's more of a, well, duh, of course, number two. Okay, so for those of you that chose number two, we did have a question around fear yesterday. Let's ask the question again. Put your hands back on your heart. I have to think about a question. Well, VIP Aaron, your intuition is leading me right into the question, okay? So let's close our eyes one more time. I need to think of the question, so give me 1 second to think how I want to word it. Just take some deep breaths in and out for yourself, just settling yourself back in. This is for those that answered number two. If the answer was number two, are you allowing yourself out of your own comfort zone, pushing past any fears you might have, and following your heart's desires? Yes or no? Anybody? Okay, no, Tiffany, that's okay. Now you have the answer, right? No. 1.5. It was a yes or no question, Sarah. No, not always, but I do try. Okay, VIP Deborah says yes. VIP Deborah, yeah, you're proof of that. You push past your comfort zone. I mean, just recently, right? Just recently, you guys, before I met VIP Deborah, she was not a Reiki master. She vocalized to me that she would like to become a Reiki master and help people. I did write a Your Soul's Purpose report for her, and her energy is extremely powerful healer energy. That is the energy of her chart. Then she pushed me to create a Reiki master course because I'm a Reiki master. And then I gave it to her. And anyone else who wants to sign up, you guys, if you guys want to become a Reiki master, a certified energy healer through me, I do offer attunement through that course. It's in my link in my profile. You can go click energy or click healing courses and it's in there. You can sign up and become a Reiki master too. And then from there, she took the course and now she is officially a Reiki master certified energy healer. So she just pushed herself right out of her comfort zone. She followed her heart. She said, I'm going to do this. And then she went and did it. So yes, VIP Deborah. Yes, she is. VIP Catherine says, depends on the area of my life, meaning I feel like I could more. Okay, got it, Sarah. Working on it, Beck says. Okay. Woo woo, Deborah, VIP Aaron says. Okay, so then let's take it one more step. For those of you that answered yes, so VIP Deborah and whoever else is kind of a yes in most places sometimes. If yes, what's the next thing I can do to prosper? And to the no's, we'll get to you right after this. If yes, meaning I push past my comfort zone, I'm following my heart's desires, what's the next thing I can do to prosper? Okay, Bex, live in your truth. I love that. So Bex, you know what that means for you, right? I don't know what that means for you, but I'm confirming for you, you know. When they say live in your truth, you're like, I know what that means, right? VIP Deborah says, pop right up, get in my office and start doing what I've learned. Well, there you go, VIP Deborah. If no, okay, so let's go to the if no's. So we started off with, it's better to conform and follow your soul's desires and maybe get ridiculed or judged or laughed at. That's better. So that was step one, number twos. Then it was, if you are already doing that, have you pushed past any fears or comfort zones and are you really doing it? If it's better to do it, are you doing it? And then people that answered no, this is for you. Close the eyes, deep breath in, letting it go. If no, what is one small action I could take every single day to erase the fear I have so I can start to move forward toward my soul's purpose? What is one small action I could do every single day that would erase my fear so I could continue to move toward my soul's purpose? You guys are talking to your intuition today. The money starts coming, user 6379380935786. It starts coming when you understand the energy of money. There's confidence, there's self-worth, when the chakra system is open. Believe in myself popped right up. VIP Deborah, you're answering yes and no questions. Okay, I love that. Bex says, yes, I will continue fighting for what is right, even if it means losing people in my life. Okay, Bex. Okay, there's your answer. VIP Aaron says, this. Love the vibe, that is you. Champion Mentality 8, thank you for that. Thanks for being here. Catherine says, VIP Catherine says, I didn't get an answer. Maybe I need to meditate on it. Do you have an answer already, Catherine, that you haven't been implementing? Because the guides, remember you guys, when the higher self gives us guidance, we must implement so that way we can get more guidance. So Catherine, I would ask you, VIP Catherine, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, have you asked this question before in maybe a different way that you know what you need to do? And I'm not saying this is the case, it's just a question that you haven't done. And if you were to do it, perhaps you'd get more guidance, right? We have got to remember at the very beginning of the show, Catherine Ponder says, she says, people consider genius caliber those who have the courage and confidence to listen to their intuition and creative imagination and follow its guidance. I'm not saying it's you, Catherine. I'm not calling you out like that. I'm just asking. And you don't have to answer in the chat. We can talk about it in the Cosmic Collective. For those of you that want more of me, you want to be connected with me 24/7, you want spiritual lessons from me, you want group energy healing from me, you want to be able to ask me live questions on Zoom twice a month about your spirituality, where you're stuck in life, how to get out, you can join the Cosmic Collective today. Once you join, you get immediate access to Discord, where we hang out often. It is a fun place to be, and a powerful place to be, and a very encouraging and safe and supportive place to be. A good place to spend your time on the internet. You will immediately get access to, I think, 9 spiritual lessons, or maybe 8 immediately. You get access to group energy healing replays, of which the last 2, one we went on an Akashic journey together, one we just went to a very powerful, special place together. So you're going to get all that right when you join. And then you just get to be a part of the, you get to be part of the group, and then jump in and start interacting and really learning from everybody. Sending love. Gotta go. See you, Sarah. Have a great day. VIP, Catherine says VIP Aaron. Oh shoot, I never put what I saw for you in Discord. VIP Deborah says, Lindsay and all my girls out here that are in the clubs have changed my life and enriched me and so much more. VIP Deborah. All right, that's the end of the show. If you enjoyed it, please click the follow button up here. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm switching over now to subscriber only, which is my VIP only crew. If you would like to be a VIP only and subscribe to my channel for only $4.99 a month, you get special VIP badges. I call you a VIP. Your comments and questions get answered first. And Wednesdays through Fridays, we do special manifesting and energy, getting on the energetic wave together. Mondays and Tuesdays, it's free for everybody, so you can experience. And then Wednesdays through Fridays, we carry it on for the rest of the crew. VIP Aaron says, question about the reports. Yes, VIP Aaron, I'll stay with you. VIP Catherine says, they keep giving me the same message, so I'm thinking they're tired of telling me the same. Yeah, if they're, and maybe, and if it's a message around action, have you taken the action? Right? Because we were just asking about small actions. VIP Aaron was like, VIP Aaron says, at first I was like, I wish I had this last year, but then I thought maybe I wouldn't have been ready. Yeah. Yeah. It's like when I read my, remember like maybe last week, I read my automatic writing to you guys, and they were telling me everything I needed to do about astrology, and that was 2022. And then I didn't even offer astrology reports to people until 2024. But they told me, astrology is going to be how you pop off. And I was just afraid. I was like, well, I'm not ready to tell people about the astrology I know. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And then finally I was ready, and they were right. So yes, you're in divine timing, in divine order. You can be the type of person that hears something a billion times from me, and then somebody outside of me goes and tells you, and you're like, Lindsay, do you want to know what I heard today? This happens to me all the time with my sister, my bestie. If my bestie's watching on YouTube, hey girl. It'll be like I say something, and I'll be telling them or sharing advice or whatever, and then somebody else says it, and it's like they're two to make it true, and then they come back to me, they're like, this and this and this, and I'm like, yeah, It's okay, right? Who cares how it came or when it came? Now you have the answers, and now you have the guidance, and you have it in a time where you can implement and you can use it as an empowerment tool, right? VIP Aaron? When I wrote that, I was just like amazed. I was like, oh my gosh, all of it makes sense. I mean, some of it I don't know, because it's about your childhood and your upbringing and whatever, but a lot of it I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, go girl. That's how I felt. Okay, VIP Catherine says, yes, it's action, and I'm doing it now, making steps and moves. Okay, well, there you have it. So right now, they want you to stay focused, VIP Catherine, on that action. That's why they're not giving you anything more. They just want you to keep consistent at whatever it is they told you to do. So keep going, and then maybe give it a week, and then ask again. Hey, I've been doing this, and I feel really confident in this. Can you give me a little bit more guidance? Because sometimes I won't get anything right away. Like, small actions every day, yeah, but like sometimes I won't get a lot of guidance right away either. But it's like they want me to just stay focused on this one thing for a little bit more. Build that consistency muscle, right? Like what we're doing inside the Cosmic Collective this month. I hope to see more people inside the Cosmic Collective. I want to shout for some people to get it, and maybe my kids, but don't know if they are ready. You can introduce things to people, and they'll get it when they're ready. But I think from an astrology perspective, the sooner, like, I even had my birth chart done when I was like, oh geez, maybe 10 years ago. I can't even remember. Anyway, it said in there, you are meant to be a teacher. And I was like, yeah, right. Teaching what? Right? And I remember when I went to get my math degree, my parents were like, so are you going to be a teacher? And I was like, no. And they're like, you don't want to be a teacher? And I was like, no, doesn't excite me. But here I am, Pisces in the 9th house, VIP Aaron, you know, and I'm meant to be a teacher, and here I am teaching. I just don't view this as teaching. I view this as sharing my knowledge, but I guess that's what teaching is, right? So it was like a programming around, like, I don't want to go be a teacher standing in a classroom with chalk. That's not what I wanted to do. But I guess I technically am a teacher. So yeah, I wasn't ready to hear that either. So it's good to know the seed had been planted, but my programming was not that Lindsay could sit on TikTok and be a teacher. Anyway, all right, let's for real get on to, exactly. Yes, I begged my girl to wear a silk hair bonnet at night. She refused, and someone else mentioned it, and now she does. Yeah, exactly. It's that. Thank you. Have a great day. You too, Iris. Okay, let's get over to, it is what it is, you guys. Yeah, we're all in divine order, so when things come through is when it's meant to really hit us, right? VIP Aaron says it'd be so beneficial for my kids, but they'd probably roll their eyes. Voila! VIP Deborah says, okay, let's for real go. YouTubers, I'm gonna go. Have a great day. When I get monetized, YouTubers, I think I'll be able to find a way for you guys to do this with us Wednesday through Friday if you want to become a subscriber or like a VIP. So have a great day. I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And TikTokers, those that are my VIP,